you want to watch your weight, calories may not be the only thing you need to watch out for in your diet. A new Yale study finds that eating the sugar fructose may lead to overeating. Fructose is found naturally in honey and fruit, and is also commonly added to soft drinks and processed foods as a sweetener. Researchers conducted a brain MRI scan of 20 people who consumed fructose. They found that fructose doesn't fill your appetite as much as regular sugar, which may lead to obesity. We talked to lead researcher Robert Sherwin for more details.
What we saw was that areas of the brain that control appetite and the reward and pleasure of food was suppressed after glucose, pure glucose, whereas fructose had no suppressive effect.
As fructose is used more frequently in all types of food and drinks, it is hard to avoid it entirely, though soft drinks and fruit juice tend to have especially high concentrations of fructose. Still, fructose intake is just one factor among many others that promote obesity.
Caloric consumption, that's the predominant factor. Fructose is one factor probably in a large, complex situation, but we probably created the environment that pulls all these factors together and therefore has created the epidemic we're seeing of obesity.
But this preliminary finding is based on idealized lab conditions, so food manufacturers shouldn't necessarily be turning away from high fructose sweeteners just yet.
Well, I think right now it's premature to say, switching over to another sweetness, because even if they switch to another sweetener, we don't know what the long-term implications of that new sweetener will be.
An editorial by the Journal of the American Medical Association called this an important proof of concept study that lays the groundwork for further research on how different nutrients can contribute to obesity in very different ways.
One of the things we need to do is sort of to do a much more longer-term study and look at whether or not consumption or long-term consumption of fructose affects appetite, and whether or not that in itself will contribute to weight gain.
So until we have further answers, the researchers and Yale Dining recommend that we just eat as healthily as we can.
So next time you go to the dining hall, remember this study and go for the cucumber water. It's better than it looks. For YDN Multimedia, this has been Olivia Pavco-Giaccia and Clinton Wang reporting.